So, I don't know about you guys, but I love when these AC Valhalla updates come around, and today we've got another one dropping for all platforms, not like Watch Dogs Legion Online where it's like coming out on these platforms on this day and then on PC that date. No, everything's coming out same time. It should be live as this video goes up. I'm not exactly sure when I'm putting the video up, but most likely the update has gone live if you're watching this. So let's go through the patch sizes right away here. On Xbox Series X and S, it's 17.97 gigabytes, 18 pretty much. Xbox One, it's 12.8 gigabytes. PS5, we got 12 gigs. PS4, 12.6. And on PC, it's 15.85 gigabytes. And if you look at the deployment timing, we got 1 p.m. CET, 8 a.m. EDT, 5 a.m. PDT, and 11 p.m. AEDT. So if you were curious, those are the official deployment times. Now, first things first, when I say they addressed a ton of issues, I counted, and there's over 150 different issues that they addressed in this update. And that's not including the ones or the bullet points where they say various issues addressed. I count that as one. So way more than 150 different issues here addressed. And again, you guys really want me to read every single one? 100 and maybe what, 60, 170 different issues? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to read the important ones that most players are dealing with when playing Valhalla. First off, let's tackle the fun stuff. So, as we know, we saw the Yule Festival a little while back. The Ostara Festival is coming on March 18th. So they say that in this update, they added in-game support for the Ostara Festival. And they say that it will be available from March 18th to April 8th. It will feature a bloomy Ravensthorpe instead of a snowy one like the Yule Festival, some unique side activities such as egg hunts, and special rewards. And they also say we'll provide more details about the Ostara season content in the first look article coming March 18th, so in 2 days. But to me, I mean, the Yule Festival, I'm not going to lie, it was cool, but at the same time, I was disappointed because it felt like a rehash, like a recycling of the same content with a new coat of paint, and I wasn't too big of a fan of that. I was hoping they would add some new stuff, fresh stuff for us to do, not just kind of a retooling of activities that we've already done. Because the whole point of these updates is to break the repetitiveness, to make it not repetitive, add some new things for us to do, not give us a different type of repetitive gameplay, you know what I mean? Up next, this is a really cool one, change appearance / transmog. So we added change appearance aka transmog to the game. Change your gear and weapon appearance within the same category of items at Gunner's Blacksmith in Ravensthorpe for 50 silver. They also mentioned that changed items will be marked with a star in the inventory. Up next, in new skills, the Fearless Leaper. So when activated, the leap damage for attacks has a larger area of effect and can be done at any height. Raven's Loot. So your Raven gathers loot from targets killed with ranged attacks. And Loot Food. So pretty self-explanatory. Eivor now has a higher chance of looting food from dead bodies. They also added a close camera option to the game. So once toggled, it will activate a closer camera during regular gameplay, and the camera will zoom out during combat encounters, and the option can be toggled in the gameplay menu. Now moving on to game improvements. So there will now be more cats throughout England. Okay, cool. The best clutter, they say. Foxes should no longer spawn inside London. Okay. Addressed an issue that downgraded Ubisoft Connect rewards like the Spartan Bow and the Moonlight Axe. Improved character physics behavior when running up the stairs, so clothes no longer go burr, they say. And small boats will now catch fire when throwing torches at them. So these cool little fixes are always appreciated when they go in and tweak things to the game that make it more realistic, more immersive, and just better overall. Now, moving on to graphics, audio, and animation, they addressed various graphics, lighting, or texture issues. They also addressed various clipping issues, various character or NPC animation issues, and also addressed an issue that allowed players to unequip a weapon mid-animation, causing animation issues. This is actually a very common one that I've seen a lot. And also addressed an issue where guards wouldn't recheck already investigated hiding spots when Eivor whistles from them. Alright, now onto the river raids, and man, it seems like there was a bunch of bugs in the river raids, because they went and fixed a bunch of stuff. So, the general things addressed various river raids related UI/HUD issues. Also, another cool one is that now Wagner will randomly call out and have dialogue during river raids. And as you can see in this extremely long list, there is a ton of stuff that they went in and addressed as far as the river raids go. And this isn't even all of it. This is just like half of all the issues. But there is a lot of stuff that they went in and touched for the river raids in this update. For gameplay, combat, and AI, just a bunch of like really specific things that probably only happened to a very small percentage of the player base. Like addressed an issue that caused guards to climb on burning roofs, or addressed an issue that caused oil jars to explode when assassinations were performed nearby. Like what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is very specific stuff happening to a very small number of players. That's why I don't want to read every single one of these. Because, like, how many people is this really going to apply to for little issues like that? And I know there's a lot of you who don't like that. There's a lot of people who say you need to read every single bullet point on there. Well, it's really just a colossal waste of time if I read every single one of the small issues that is maybe going to only affect one person watching this video. Probably none. Like, how many people are having the issue where Eivor moonwalks when mounting a horse that is approaching from behind the player? You know what I mean? Now, in World, on the other hand, here's some useful stuff. Addressed various issues where the player could get stuck. So that's something where I'm sure a ton of us have gotten stuck in a bunch of different places within the game, so that is going to be helpful. And also addressed various object placement issues across worlds. That's also another very helpful addition in this update. In UI and HUD, they addressed various UI HUD issues as well as various localization issues. And in System, they addressed an issue that prevented players from reaching 100% completion. And on PS4, PS5, they addressed an issue that caused share play option to no longer be available. I actually saw that happening quite a bit with a few different people. And also on PS4 and PS5, they addressed an issue that prevented players from uploading saves to the game cloud. That was something that I saw a lot of in the last update video in the comments. People are having trouble with that. And again, man, if you're having a problem with a specific mission or side quest or activity that's not allowing you to progress in the game or that you really want to get through, go check out the list on the website, okay? You know the link. It's you just look up AC Valhalla update. It'll be on the Ubisoft website. And you can go see if the specific mission you want to know about is fixed. Because again, this isn't widespread stuff. There's probably about 30 missions and activities they went in and fixed with this update. Probably more, actually. So yeah, that'll do for this one, guys. It's nice to know that Ubisoft is still supporting this game even a few months after. And they said they're going to support it for a while. So we should still get some dedicated support all through the DLCs. Wrath of the Druids is coming soon for AC Valhalla. I'm kind of excited. I'm getting back into this game. It's always a nice one to come back to. I really love playing it first time around. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Are you guys still into Valhalla at this point? Are you over it? Do you have any plans to come back to it? What are you waiting for to come back to it? Let me know. And yeah, if you want more stuff like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.